Howdy there, partner. Welcome to New Vegas, and this is one of the favorite things to make when you're here on the Strip. It's a Mole Rat Loin with a Sunset Sarsaparilla BBQ sauce. Well, the first thing we gotta do is make a rub for our Mole Rat Loin, don't we? You want 3 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And then you just want to give this all a stir around. Depending on how many mole rats you shot out there in the Mojave, you may need to double or even triple this recipe. It's real easy to do. And then just give this a stir around, and we'll be ready to rub our loin down. Alright, as you can see here, I rubbed this loin down, getting it pretty much all over. I use pretty much all the mix for one loin, if you want a system of measurement. Alright, now let's go place this on our smoker that's set at 225 degrees, just to get a good blast of smoke on this here Mole Rat Loin. Alright, we need to make our Sunset Sarsaparilla BBQ sauce. Now the Mole Rat Loin is on the smoker, and I am getting a little up there in years. I did forget to get a few shots with that damn thing on the smoker. Don't worry, it'll come out great. What we have here is 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, a half a cup of honey. Don't worry, this won't be too sweet now. 2/3 of a cup of Sunset Sarsaparilla. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. 3 cloves of garlic that are minced. And as long as your minced garlic is in oil, it's fine just like that. Despite what the bastards of the corn will tell you. Then you're going to want to add just a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. Half a teaspoon of paprika. And a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of black pepper, depending on what you like. Grab a whisk and then whisk this all together. And you'll have to stop periodically because the fizz from the Sunset Sarsaparilla may go over the pot. Then just simmer this on a medium-low heat for roughly about 45 minutes. Okay, we got our pork loin off the smoker. And I did start to finish it off in the oven. You want to set the oven to 275. And when the pork reaches about 150 or so, you want to pull it out. And then you want to dump this sarsaparilla barbecue sauce atop it, and then pop it in the oven for about 15 more minutes at that same 275 temperature. Alright, it's been 15 minutes and that Sunset Sarsaparilla barbecue sauce has caramelized. And remember what I say, caramelized sauce tastes delicious. Burnt barbecue sauce tastes like shit, so don't put the sauce on too early. And now the last thing we got to do is let this rest for, about 20 minutes. But don't worry, that barbecue sauce is going back on a low heat. That'll heat the meat back up, so don't you worry about that. All right, got yourself a nice slice of that smoked Mole Rat Loin. And the last thing we're going to do is get that Sunset Sarsaparilla barbecue sauce and drizzle it on top. And that is pretty much it. So the next time you're wandering the Mojave and you shoot a mole rat, don't let that critter rot in the sun. Make this instead. Till next time. Oh, by the way, I'll kill the suspense. That is actually a pork loin. And sarsaparilla is another term for root beer, if you didn't know.